Okay. Hopefully I'm live. Say hello if you're here and joining us. I'll give it a few minutes because I was a few minutes late. I was kind of struggling with our internet a little bit, but I think I got everything up. That's what I'm saying. If you're here, jump on and say hey. So I know you're here. And we'll get started talking about dental products that we have here at the store and tips and tricks for dental products. And it's ironic that I, as a dachshund lover, would be talking about dental products because I will tell you, dachshunds of all breeds are the worst. Thanks, Barb. I'm glad to know you can hear me. Okay. Dachshunds of all breeds are the worst for dental health. Hey, Amy. Hey, Brittany. Amy and Barb both know how the dachshunds struggle bus when it comes to dental health, and how even if you do all the right things, sometimes you can still do all the right things and you're still going to have problems. Yes. Merida is here to tell you that teeth are not all they are cracked up to be sometimes, because hers have had to be pulled, quite a few of them, despite our trying heartily to keep them. Doesn't mean you shouldn't try, because definitely there are many ways that you can help them keep their teeth and keep the peace between dental cleanings. Okay, so the first thing I want to kind of go over today, and you may be wondering what a bag of Doritos has to do with pet dental health. But one of the biggest myths in the pet world, I know girls, I love Doritos too. One of the biggest myths in the pet world is that feeding hard food helps keep teeth clean. While I can understand the theory behind it, I can tell you, eating Doritos doesn't clean my teeth. In fact, it probably makes my teeth a lot dirtier. It makes me feel like I need to brush them. So, pets feel much the same way when they eat kibble. Kibble has binders in it, carbohydrates, that can stick to pet teeth, usually turn to sugar, and can make dental health worse, not better. And so, I can tell you that it's not fair, is it? Hang on. Hang on, Merida. I can tell you, we have customers who'll come in and they'll say, well, my pet's eating kibble right now. I don't want to add in wet food because I don't want to hurt their teeth. Wet food's not going to hurt teeth. You know, it's not going to be something, that dry food is not cleaning off the plaque from a dog's teeth. Same thing for a cat. I can guarantee you that kibble is not cleaning teeth. Here we go. Okay. Now to leave wet rest of those Doritos alone. But kibble is not cleaning pet teeth. It's just not doing it. And while I understand dogs in the wild before they got domesticated, and the dogs that remain in the wild are not brushing their teeth, they are doing things that are cleaning their teeth. Things like chewing on bones and chewing on tendons that will scrape the plaque off the teeth and get all of the bacteria off the teeth. So dogs in the wild are, in essence, brushing their teeth. They're just using something a little bit different. It doesn't look like a toothbrush. And if we're giving them processed foods like canned food and kibble, they're not having these kind of surfaces to scratch and get off the plaque and bacteria from their teeth. We do sell raw bones. Raw bones are a wonderful chew, and they will help tremendously with the teeth. Definitely get the appropriately sized bone. This is a big one from Primal. You see it has all the good marrow on the inside too, so you have the benefit of all of the good bone marrow and glucosamine. But these are nice and soft. A raw bone is actually kind of a softer chew and a good texture for your pet to be chewing on to scrape the plaque off their teeth. You definitely want to keep it refrigerated or frozen until they get all the marrow out and all of the meat off the bone. And I definitely recommend giving it to them on a surface that can be cleaned up or wiped clean. You don't want to give it to them on carpet or on a sofa. In the summertime, it's great to take outside and chew and maybe even bury. Brittany says that Ace loves those Primal Bones. Yes, they're very popular. We have a chest freezer with all of our frozen bones in it. And these aren't the only 2 sizes they come in. There just happen to be the 2 sizes that I grabbed to share with you guys today. But those are great Nature's toothbrush. And you can find these at both store locations. They do have frequent buyer programs available on them. They're very, very popular bones. And a great chew for dental health. So let's go over some other things. Maybe you don't feel comfortable giving your pet a bone, or maybe your pet just doesn't like to chew, or maybe you have another reason you don't want to use bones. We have lots of other products that you can use with your pets for them to chew on or to use to get the plaque off. You really want something that's enzymatic if you're not using something like a chew or in combination with something with a chew. So we have a couple of different options here. We have water additives. This one is by Tropiclean. And I have some of these to give away. So definitely make sure you're commenting. I'm going to give them away to people who ask questions. So we have some free Tropiclean water additives that I'll be giving away today. We also have another water additive by Arc Naturals that's called Plaque Zapper. And you add this to the water bowl, and it kind of fizzes up in the water bowl when you add it in. But it can help with breaking down the plaque that's on the teeth. And you use this daily at first, and then every couple of days for maintenance purposes. Now, the other thing I'd love to talk about is how wonderful goat's milk is at helping to break down plaque. And it has natural enzymes and good bacteria in it to help balance the mouth better. I'm not going to tell you it's 100%, but it's great to add on. I know when I started giving goat's milk in my house, I had a dachshund at the time named Magnolia, and she had plaque on her canines. We started with a goat's milk cleanse where she was eating only goat's milk for a few weeks. And when we started her on the goat's milk, and again, all she was on was the goat's milk. This is the only difference. The plaque on her canines broke up and started falling off. And so I noticed what a big difference it made just to get the goat's milk in, and made such a difference for her dental health. So we recommend goat's milk for so many things, but just know that it helps with dental health too. It's miraculous. It's magic milk. So some other things that you can definitely do to give them to chew on. Arc Naturals has a brushless toothpaste. This again is a brushless toothpaste chew, and it has a center on it that is softer and helps to work to get the plaque off their teeth. So if you have a dog that's real sensitive to having their teeth brushed, that can be an option for you. Emily, yes, the cranberry goat milk would still help with the plaque as well. We've gotten several flavors of goat milk. The flavored goat milk will help too. Goat milk, goat milk, goat milk, goat milk. Any kind of goat milk. Except for pasteurized goat milk. I should qualify that. Herbsmith, we had Dr. Vicent on a few weeks ago, but these dog breath dental chews are from Herbsmith, and they have things like parsley, algae, and spearmint in them. But these are really good to help freshen the breath and help clean the teeth a little bit. So these are dental treats. You're going to give them after each meal, and they will also help with dental health. But we love Herbsmith products. Another product we love is Himalayan dog treats, and this is their Happy Teeth dog chews. And if you see, they have a lot of bubbles in them, and it has to do with the density and the texture of this chew is what works to scratch off the plaque on the teeth. Aurora has had a couple of these. She loves these. So that's another wonderful dental chew. And these are very popular for us. They come in several different flavors. This is the bacon, I think. Isn't that what I picked up? Yes, this is the bacon. They have a peanut butter and a chicken. Another very popular chew for us are these yummy combs. And I got a size here to show you. This is a small, so this would be about what Merida and Aurora would chew on. But if you look at it, it has a very unique shape. Now, one of the most important things about anything you're giving your pet to chew on is to make sure that it's the appropriate size for your pet. So definitely make sure that you're using the right size, because you don't want it to become a choking hazard. Or thinks that's mighty fun for her to be chewing on, and Mara's wondering where hers is. But this is the appropriate size for both of them. But these Yummy combs are extremely popular for us, and you can also put toothpaste down in some of these holes just to help with their chewing. And Mara says, I still have some teeth. Let me chew. Yes, Merida. So in a similar vein, we got this product that's recently extremely popular called the Bristly Brush. And these are very, very popular. And they made their rounds kind of on social media. But they work as a, here you go. They work as a chew, oops, sorry, that you can add an enzymatic toothpaste to. So, nope, you're going to sit in there. You add the enzymatic toothbrush to the sides, and then your pet works on it, and they're rubber grippers. I'm not sure if you can see that, but they're rubber grippers that help to brush the teeth as the toothpaste works into the mouth, and the enzymatic action can begin. This is by our friends at Bristly. It has 3 different sizes. They have a small dog, a medium dog, and a large dog. But that's another great dental product. They also have from Nudie an antimicrobial dental gel. This has chlorhexidine in it, which is the antimicrobial part, and works to, you put this in the mouth. Let me read you the directions. Apply gel onto fingertip and evenly wipe onto the dog's teeth and gum line. Apply a small amount directly to the mouth and lips. The active ingredients continue to work, mixed with saliva as the dog naturally licks their mouth. So for best results, use once daily to maintain healthy teeth and gums. A lot of these kind of products also have this by Pet's Life. You want to kind of restrict water before and after for about 30 minutes to help. Pet's Life is a gel. They also have a spray that you can use to put on your pet's teeth. And they used to have a picture. I don't see the picture on this one. I should have picked up one with picture of before and after. But when you put this on the teeth and let it sit, it breaks down the plaque. And then if you use a toothbrush and rub it over about 30 minutes after, it can help take off more. It can work more effectively. You don't have to use a toothbrush with it, but it does work more effectively if you use a toothbrush. Our friends at Nudie also have antimicrobial wipes, dental wipes, and the wipes in here have a gentle texture to them so that when you scrub down the teeth with the wipes, helps apply the same solution as what I just showed you to their teeth with a wipe. And the wipe action helps, of course, with the nubs to break down the plaque and kind of scrub at their teeth a little bit. And then we, of course, have toothbrushes. This month, we're giving away free pet toothbrushes. It has 2 different sizes. I think that's a good view of it. You have a big side on this side and a small side on this side. And you just come into the store and say you want a free toothbrush, and we will get you one. They're behind our counters. But these are great to apply any of these products to your pet's mouth. But say your pet is pretty sensitive about a toothbrush. I know some of mine are. Fingertip toothbrushes, we have these in stock at both locations. And that works nicely too. So if your pet's a little sensitive about putting a giant toothbrush in their mouth, maybe a fingertip toothbrush is what you need. And then the last thing I'm going to talk about, because I think I've covered everything else, is a new toothpaste that we're getting in stock. I have samples of it, and we will have samples available this weekend. The product's not here yet. It's on its way. But it is a whitening toothpaste for dogs. And it is the first of its kind. And it is approved by a veterinary association for oral health. This is the sample but it's called Pet Smile, and it comes in a chicken flavor and a beef flavor. And it says it's a London broil flavor. It says no fuss pet toothpaste. It is accepted by the Veterinary Oral Health Council, and it is enzymatic, but then it also, as I said, is a whitening, and it uses an ingredient called Calprox, which gently cleans, whitens, and protects your pet's teeth. So this works to help rebuild the enamel on your pet's teeth, and can help, if you really have a bad mouth, can really help with that. So we're getting 2 different flavors in this. It should be in the next week or 2, but we do have samples available now that I will put out at the counter. So if you come in to get your free toothbrush, you can get a free sample of Pet Smile. This toothpaste is going to be about $25 a tube. So it is a little bit more expensive than some of the other products that we carry, but our understanding is that it works quite nicely. And, you know, $25 for a tube versus several $100s for a dental, it's kind of worth it. So come in and try it out, see how your pet likes it, see how it works for you. But this is a great way to try out that new product and see how it works for your pet. Please give us feedback. Let us know. All of these products we have used or had customers use. This one in particular I have used myself and know that it works quite nicely. But all of these products I've taken home at different times and used with my pets. Don't let Merida's lack of teeth make you believe it doesn't work. They all do work. Merida just doesn't have good genetics when it comes to teeth, unfortunately. So we work hard to try to keep what she has left still clean. Okay, Barb says her dog loves the Green Goodness goat's milk. Yes, by Primal. The new Primal goat's milk are very popular with the different flavors that they have. Just going to see if there are any other questions. I will say that all of these products are available here. Price, of course, ranges versus what you're looking for. We have lots of other different kinds of toothpaste. I just didn't pull every toothpaste off the pegs to share with you. But all of the toothpaste that we carry are enzymatic, which you definitely want to make sure you're getting something that's enzymatic. Trying to think if there's anything else I wanted to make sure we covered. Dental health for pets is very, very important. It's connected to so many different things. And of course, if they get a gum infection, that can go straight into their bloodstream and can cause a major all over body systemic infection. The other thing is that with dogs, when they have to lose their canines, that goes up into their nasal cavity and can create more drama and more health issues when they have to remove those canines. They can cause what's called oral nasal fistulas, which are big holes in their gum line that go into their nasal cavity, and those can create the need for more surgeries. So oral health is very, very important. It's also very, very important from a heart standpoint. Ellie says she loves the idea of the finger toothbrush. Yes, and if you need to work up to something like the finger toothbrush, you can even start with something as simple as a paper towel wrapped a couple times around your finger and use that. But I know that some pets are not even going to let you in their mouth. And so for that, I would recommend chews. You know, using these fresh whole bones, using things like this brushless toothpaste. We even, Art Naturals, and I should have brought this up here and to grab it. Art Naturals has something called, it is a soft chew for seniors that have very few teeth. That is kind of a senior toothpaste. And it looks a little bit like a green Cheeto, like a puffy Cheeto. And that is really good for senior pets who maybe don't have great teeth or don't have a whole lot of them. And it's a good way for you to give them a dental treat without them having to really chew hard. Yeah, Emily, getting them used to toothbrushes can be hard. So like I said, starting out with the paper towel wrapped around your finger, and even if you put just a little bit of the toothpaste on the end and letting them lick it at first, and just letting them do that for the very first step. And try that for a week or two, just letting them lick off the toothpaste, because even just licking the toothpaste off of your fingertip and restricting water for about 30 minutes after will help. The enzymatic toothpaste in the mouth will help break everything down. Not saying it's going to yield you the best results, but it will yield you some results. Then as you go, continuing and getting with a finger toothbrush and putting on the finger toothbrush and then starting to massage the teeth and gums. Working up to a regular toothbrush. We have several different kinds of toothbrushes here. You can look and see what you think is going to fit your pet the best. The free toothbrush we're giving away, again, has a large head and a small head on it, depending upon the size of your pet. But some pets may be freaked out by seeing this come straight at them. So you definitely need to work up to it. Natalie asks, what type of toothpaste do you recommend? We have several different kinds here, Natalie. Like I said, this is going to be top of the line toothpaste, this Pet Smile. However, we have all different ballparks of toothpaste. The one caveat I would say is make sure it's an enzymatic toothpaste. You want to make sure that it's enzymatic. Emily, I'm just hoping to keep my finger. Yeah. Emily, maybe you start out on one of these yummy combs, putting the toothpaste on a yummy comb. Maybe once it gets accustomed to having the toothpaste on the yummy comb, then you can start working on putting it on your finger and letting him lick it off. Because he knows the flavor. Yes, I see. You just ate yours. Merida dropped hers on the ground. Yeah, all of our toothpaste here really smell like peanut butter or chicken. Peanut butter or chicken or beef. They all have a flavor that pets love. Now, if you have other questions that I can help you with. Aurora sees a visitor, as you can see. Okay. Okay. She's been poorly behaved today. We can't see it anymore. It's gone by. Remember, you want to take her? Yeah, come here. We have a babysitter coming to get her. You can throw her back in the office for me. Thank you. You're so Take Wild Woman back to the office. I'll sit here if you have any more questions. I'll kind of hang out here for another few minutes. And I will message several of you who have asked questions on here and tell you how to get your freebies for the products that I'm giving away today. And be sure to remember that our subscription box on our website let's see. Emily's asking a question, so I can stop to read. How do you adjust the food? Okay, Emily, good question. She says, if you're giving chews after each meal, how do you adjust the food? You're going to have to adjust it, kind of ballpark it a little bit. So if you look at something like this, it is going to give you the calorie count, which says 30 kcals per piece. Okay, so you're going to want to reduce what you're feeding by 30 kcals. Depending upon what you're feeding, if you're like me and you feed a raw diet or you feed a blend of things, I feed a raw diet and goat milk. If you're feeding a raw diet or a blend of things, you're definitely going to have to ballpark it just a little bit more than you are with kibble. But look at the kcals that are in the product that you're giving and try to reduce what you're already feeding by that amount of kcals. Yeah, Emily, we're all trying to get back into our bikini body. You tell Katie that she's got a lot of company there, and we understand. And it is important to say that you should be very careful with dental treats, because dental treats can be a little bit richer in fats. So you should consider those kcals. They're not free just because they're brushing teeth. So consider the calories that you're giving in a dental treat, any kind of dental treat you may be giving, and adjust food accordingly. But as I was saying earlier, before Emily was asking her question, our subscription boxes are stocked full of lots of different dental products this month. If you haven't purchased one yet, we have a few left in stock. Not many, but just a few. We make a certain number of subscription boxes each month. If you subscribe to our subscription box, then you are guaranteed and reserved a box. If you do not subscribe, you are taking the chance that we're going to have some left over. And sometimes we do have boxes left over. Sometimes they sell out pretty fast. Our subscription boxes this month have been doing very well, and I do expect they will be sold out very fast. So if you haven't gotten a subscription yet, you need to go ahead and get your subscription so that you make sure you have your boxes reserved for future months. Barb, that is a good question. Tropiclean is not an enzymatic cleaner. It's not the water additive is not enzymatic. It works in a different way. It's just different. Now they do have a toothpaste that does have enzymes in it, but it works in a different way. Yeah. I'm just going to read you the ingredients. Find it. Has green tea in it. And chlorophyll. Oh, there it is. Has chlorophyll and green tea leaf extract. It's kind of the active ingredients. It has a few other ingredients. A list is here. It has 100% natural ingredients. But this works kind of at a different level to freshen the breath, and then adding in the enzymatic. And the enzymes are what help kind of break down the gunk on the teeth. So the Tropiclean is wonderful, and I love the water additives, but the water additives are not enough on their own, I guess is the point that I'm making. You're going to need to add something like a toothbrushing, something that is enzymatic to help if you've got tartar already on the teeth. If you're doing a water additive and your dog's teeth are already nice and white, the additive might be enough for you to keep them. And each pet's different. You're going to have to just see how your pet does. The water additive could be enough if you've got especially if you've got a larger breed dog that doesn't tend to have as many issues as small breeds. Okay, well, I think that answers everybody's questions so far. And we'll keep a lookout as usual to see if any other questions pop up. But definitely come in and give our dental products a try and see what works for your pet. Like I said, every pet is different. Every pet situation is different. So that's why we have so many different products. If only one product was the only thing that you needed and the only thing that worked, we wouldn't carry such a variety. But every pet's different, and come in and find out what works for your pet. We're going to have these samples available and free toothbrushes. So just come in and say you're looking for a free pet toothbrush. These are behind the counter, and our staff members will be able to help you with that. And if you get a subscription box this month, you get a free toothbrush in your subscription box, along with a lot of other freebies. That subscription box alone, you get goat milk rewards, goat milk or cow milk rewards by answers. You get a free box. And so that combined with Lotus Raw, the Lotus Raw sampler, just the value of those two items alone makes up the price you would pay for your subscription box, but it comes with so many other things. So wonderful value to get those subscription boxes and a great way to try out some of these products. And we're putting down samples of the Pet Smile in each one of those subscription boxes as well. So definitely a way to get one of those samples in for your pets. So brush those teeth, take good care of them so that your pets keep their bright smiles for much longer. And we will see you guys. Oh, that's a good question, Amy. Amy says, how long would you recommend chewing on the Primal Bone at one time? It depends. So if I were to give this to a big dog, I would probably let them chew on it for about 20 minutes, 30 minutes, and then take it and put it in the refrigerator or freezer. Each pet's going to be different, but do remember that that bone marrow is rich. It has a lot of glucosamine in it, which is a fat. Good fat, but it is fat. So you want to make sure that they're not getting too much and their system's not going to get overwhelmed. So I would limit it, especially at first when you start giving them. I would give it to them in small increments. And this is for the small dogs. Again, the same way, I would give it to them in small increments because you want to see how their system tolerates it. It can be too much if you give them a frozen bone and just let them sit and eat for a long period of time. It can be too much for their system. So small doses at first, work up to it, see how their bodies tolerate it, and be sure to remember to keep it frozen or refrigerated. I would not keep it in the refrigerator more than 3 days. If it's going to be more than 3 days between giving it, I put it back in the freezer. Hopefully that helps answer your question. But each dog's going to be different, but I would say anywhere from about 10 minutes to no more than 30. Okay. Well, you guys had great questions today, and we're looking forward to seeing you back again next week. We have lots of fun Facebook Lives coming up, so definitely keep a lookout for us on Fridays. Emily, I'm thinking you're asking about the bones. Are you asking about the frozen bones? Answer and let me know. I think you're asking about the frozen bones. Yes. So frozen bones are such a nice texture because they are soft enough that you can put your fingernail in and kind of leave a dent, but they're hard enough that they're nice and durable too. So it's kind of both ways. It's nice soft and it's hard, but it's the right texture, I should say, to really rub at the teeth and scratch at the teeth. Anytime you're going to give your pet something to chew on, never have it be unsupervised, especially if it's the first time that you've ever given them something to chew. Chewing always runs the risk. And yes, Emily, even the little ones, they're made out of the same thing. They're both bones. Ooh, I just sprayed water all over my computer screen. They're all bones. It's just these are cut smaller for smaller mouths. So this would be a more appropriate size for a dachshund, if that helps. But chewing has an inherent risk with it. So if they break off a large piece, and I can't guarantee that they can't do this because each dog is different, each dog's jaws are different. And so I really recommend supervision if you're giving your pet something to chew, regardless of what it is. Kongs, Nylabones, Benebones, any of those kind of man-made chews, if you will, can be broken off in large chunks and cause blockages every bit as much as a natural product. Now, natural products can tend to be a little bit more digestible, but it doesn't mean they can't cause issues too. So make sure you are supervising your pet when you're leaving them with a chew. Make sure you're right there just in case they start to choke or they get a large piece off or something splinters and causes a danger. Be right there just in case. But you know, each sector is going to have their inherent risk to them, and each is going to have their own purpose. We sell all of those things because dogs need a variety, and my dog's needs may be different than your dog's needs. You know, Sweet Merida doesn't have many teeth, and so she she doesn't get the same kind of chews that I would give to Aurora because Aurora has all of her teeth, including some extra baby teeth right now. So the chews that I would give her are going to be different. And the risk to her versus Merida are going to be different. So definitely pick something that's a little bit more tailored to what your pet needs and what your own supervisory ability is going to be. And I always like to give that one word of caution because chews just inherently have risk associated with them. So definitely be careful. Okay, guys. Well, I hope you have a wonderful weekend. I know it's going to be nasty weather. And I've spoken before about how much I hate winter weather. And we're smack dab in the middle of it. But Sunday is our Share the Love Day, and 20% of our pet food sales and some of our supply sales will be donated back to local rescue organizations in the form of pet food and supplies. We will be setting up kind of a little shop, freebie shop, if you will, for our partners in animal welfare. All of the rescue organizations in our community are going to be invited to come in the coming weeks to pick out products for their organizations from our little community shop that will be funded by our manufacturers. And so we're looking forward to being able to host a lot of pet food and supplies for those organizations. So you shopping with us on Sunday is going to make a big difference. We also have some Valentines that we're going to be handing out to all of our customers. And we're going to have some rescue organizations at both store locations. Those will be kind of the first time we will have some adoption fairs in person in a very long time. So we're excited about it. Of course, they will be smaller and socially distant. So all of it will be in a safe manner, but we're hoping if you're looking for a furry Valentine that you'll come out and visit us right here. Oh, and Mare wants to remind you, we still have our Sloppy Kisser contest going, right, Merida? And we're looking for the sloppiest kiss, and we're still accepting entries into that Sloppy Kisser contest. I will post a link on how you can enter. We are accepting entries until tomorrow evening. And you have the chance to win a $100 in-store gift card or lots of other prizes. We're also going to have some raffles on Sunday, some fun things just for Valentine's. And we also have our Valentine's kissing booth at both stores where you can come in and take a picture of you with your pet for Valentine's Day in front of our selfie booth and post it on social media. So we hope you guys have fun this weekend. Have a wonderful Valentine's Day. And we hope you'll come in and visit us on Sunday. Thanks, everybody.